Hello, Don.
Hello, Bob.
I just recently, I've watched most of your movies, most of the shows that you're in, and then I've watched quite a few of the movies that you've worked on. But I just recently watched The Painted Hills.
Oh,
I had never seen it before. I'd seen clips, and it's in wonderful Technicolor. A lot of your movies that you did were black and white, and it's very nice to see.
a Lassie picture.
Yes, yeah, which it's Lassie playing Shep. But it's really Pal playing Lassie playing Shep.
Yeah.
And Shep's supposed to be a girl dog, but Pal's a boy dog.
Yeah.
But that's Hollywood, right?
Yes, that's Hollywood.
But it's a wonderful picture. It's
I enjoy doing it.
it's pretty intense in some ways. You know, I view like a Lassie movie kind of like more made for families, but
Yeah.
like for kids. But you know, Paul Kelly, you know, the way he, you know, maybe we shouldn't spoil this, but there's some very intense
Yes.
parts in this movie.
Yes.
And then you, just in case folks want to see it, I'm not going to give it away, but exactly. But you actually, I think you are one of the biggest heroes in the movie.
Well, I don't know.
Okay, I'm just going to flat out say you saved Lassie's life.
Oh yeah, well that I did.
Yes, you did.
And the funny thing happened on that movie too.
All right.
I've got Lassie in the wagon with my sister, the little girl. There,
Yes.
Which she wasn't my sister.
Right.
but-
That's not. I was wondering if that was your sister. I
No.
thought his sister, but I looked at the credits. and I thought, nope.
Anyway, we had to race across the creek and up the hill.
Okay.
And I've got the horses going full blast, boy. So when we top the hill, I go to stop them, and the dashboard on the wagon falls off.
Was it rotten?
No, it was just whenever I put my foot on it to pull the horses back, it pushed it off.
Oh wow.
So luckily, there was a big field up there. And I didn't have any leverage because I'm sitting on the seat and there's nothing to pull with, you know, to brace my feet. And so I just made them go in a circle. And a tighter circle, and pretty soon they stopped. Wow. And then they put a new dashboard on it that I could push against to make them stop. And we were going full blast. I mean, just as fast as they could run.
That was an MGM picture, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, what was it like working for MGM opposed to working for like Eagle Lion?
Neither. I don't know the difference.
Yeah, okay. Because we're talking big studio, little bitty studio kind of.
It doesn't matter. The directors and the stuff is what all I worked with, so I don't know which studio we're working anyway. So.
Well, I really enjoyed the Painted Hills. You had a big part in it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a great movie.
And I did some writing in it and some wagon stuff. And
The
all
paint
that.
horse. Is that your paint horse in that movie?
Yeah, it was.
And what's your paint horse's name?
Papoose,
Papoose.
of course.
Okay. All right.
us will ever know what is in the heart of a dog. This is the story of a great love. The love of a dog for one man. A love that was to prove even stronger than life itself.
Hey, never mind eating me. Just get me out of here. Start digging. Go on. That's it. Start digging. Atta girl. Keep on flying. Hey, the other way. The other way. The other way, kid. No, don't dig. Dig. Keep digging. That's $1 million dirt. We've hit it this time, Shep. We've hit it sure. No, keep going. I forgot to peer the shaft up. Come down near being the richest corpse in the territory. Come on, girl. We're heading for town. Just wait till you see Frank Blake's eyes when we tell him he's a millionaire. Merry Christmas! Oh, Steve.
Well, Jonathan, how are you? Merry Christmas. How about it, on the house?
No.
Well, how about you, pup? Can't call you a pup anymore, can I, fella?
Can't call her a fella, neither.
Say, that's right. Excuse me, beautiful. Well, how's it going, Jonathan?
Ship and me ain't complaining. Steve, has Frank been around tonight?
Frank? Frank Blake? Be right back.
Thanks, Steve. Hear me out.
Jonathan Harvey?
That's right.
I'm Lynn Taylor. I'm sorry we couldn't let you know, Jonathan. Martha wanted to, but there was no way of finding you in time.
Time for what?
Frank's dead, Jonathan. Over a month ago, pneumonia.
Tommy worries me, Jonathan. Do you know that he's never once cried? If he could just let it out.
We'll work it out, Martha. We'll find a way. But right now, what about this fella Taylor?
Lynn's a fine man. He's been wonderful.
Why did Frank take him in as a partner?
He had to. Lynn's buying in when he did kept us from losing everything.
I see. Does that make him a partner of grub stake rights?
Yes, why? Jonathan, you've made a strike.
I got something to show you.
Lynn.
Hello, Martha.
Come in. Jonathan's inside. I'm so glad you're here. Jonathan has something to show us.
Here. Look at this. I found a vein of that. If it's deep enough, it could be the biggest strike this territory has ever seen. That's why we've got to file a claim, and quick.
File before it's proved? If you file now and word gets out that you struck ore like this, every claim jumper in the territory will be in those hills in a week. Before you're sure yourself that you've hit the main vein.
By gad, you're right. 30 years of mud scrabbling, and when I do find the glory dust, I go off half-cocked. Mr. Taylor, Martha's right about you. And right now, you can start working at being a partner by lining me up some supplies.
Of course, Jonathan. Anything you need.
Meet you in the store in a half hour.
Good night, Mother.
Good night, Lynn.
If it's all right with you, Martha, I'd like to talk a mite with Tommy.
All right, Jonathan. If there's anything you can do.
Tommy. Tommy.
Jonathan. Jonathan. Oh, Jonathan. Why do you have to die?
Easy, boy.
I want my paw, Jonathan. I want paw.
Sure you do. But there's some things we can't answer, Tommy. The Lord's got his way of doing things we just can't answer.
I didn't want to cry.
You go ahead and cry. Used to do it myself sometimes, before my tears all dried up on me. Now, how about Shep here? Those hills up there. That's no place for a dog. Leastwise, not Shep.
It isn't.
No, not too lonesome. She likes folks around. Fact is, she just plain ain't happy up there. As for me, well, I'm better off alone. Lots of times, the dog is nothing but a darn bother to me.
A bother to you? Shep?
Now, what ails you, Shep? Now, go on now. You get away. Now, go on, get away. Now, what I'm sandwashing up to with all this is, how about taking her off my hands? Will you do it, Tom? Will you?
You're no liar, Jonathan. I can't take Shep from you. She's your dog. Nobody else's till she dies. Thanks anyway. And look, don't tell anybody I bawled. Will you, please?
Honest to Christmas. We didn't do so good. All right, it's Christmas. And giving is part of Christmas. Anyway, you are a bother to me. I'll be quiet. And don't look at me that way.
Hey, Ma! Wake up, it's Christmas! Oh, gee, that Jonathan.
Merry Christmas, Tommy.
Merry Christmas, Ma. Look.
Yes, dear, I know.
Dear Tommy, I put it up to Shep. She agreed with me. She's yours. Merry Christmas from Jonathan. Where is Jonathan?
He's gone, son.
Gone? Is it all right, Ma? Can I really keep her?
That's what he wanted, Tommy. I'm sure it's all right.
Shep? Oh, Shep? Shep? What's the matter with you, Shep? Ma! Ma, something's wrong with Shep! What's wrong with her, Mr. Bald Eagle? What's wrong?
Hamok shwek sik. Lili yaka helu nanes yaka tayi. He say dog shall not eat because she want to go home.
To Jonathan?
Ayas Ulu. Mimlus, Pusiaka, Hilu, Nanit, Jonathan.
He say dog starve till die, if not go Jonathan.
Thanks, Mr. Bald Eagle. Thanks. Merci. Goodbye, Red Wing.
Lahayak.
Ma, we've got to get her to Jonathan. Please say I can take her. Please, Ma.
Well, I don't know, dear. How could you ever find him?
Shep could. She knows where the claim is.
But you still couldn't go alone.
I'll take him, Martha. Be glad to.
Gee, thanks, Mr. Taylor. You hear that, Shep? We're going to take you back to Jonathan. Now you've got to eat and get strong for the trip. Here, take some. You've got to.
Thanks, Lynn.
Ma, look! She's eating. She's going to be all right. Shep, what is it? Jonathan? Jonathan?
Here, Tommy.
Jonathan, what's wrong?
Fever. Hit me a week ago. The worst is past. So weak I couldn't get food any longer.
That's what was wrong with Shep. She knew. She wouldn't eat. She made us bring her here. Ma's right, Jonathan. Shep's your dog, and nobody else's. So I'm giving her back to you. Right now.
Never mind the dog, Tommy. Tommy, you rustle up some wood. I'll see about the food.
I'm all right, girl. And thanks.
Taylor, guess you wonder how our partnership's been going. You were right. I'd have been a fool to file that claim. Vein petered out in a week. So I just kept working upstream, surface stuff. Hardly worth a man's time. I'll show you. Tommy, go on over there by the shelf. Now slide that chest out. The board underneath will lift up. Take them out. Look inside, Tommy.
How much is here, Jonathan?
Oh, not much. Only around about 6,000.
$6,000?
And plenty more to come.
6,000. You say that's just from gravel? You still haven't found the main vein?
No, but it's up there. I aim to just work upstream until I find it. And I will, as sure as your name's Lynn Taylor.
Jonathan, do you realize what this means?
It means we're rich. All of us.
Sure we are, but that's not what I'm talking about. You need help. Now, look, I'm starting back to town tomorrow. I'll take this gold and deposit it in all our names. It'll be safe there. And I'll be back. Why, with proper equipment, we can take that gold out 10 times as fast. All my life, I've waited for something like this. And I'm not taking any chance on losing it now.
We'll run the inlet channel across there and build a sluice box below the rapid. Let her go, Tommy. Well, you see one day's take from this baby, Taylor. Just wait.
tell you, I heard somebody. Somebody's out there.
Sure, the same fellas you've been hearing for 3 days.
You said to yourself there are other prospectors over in Oak Valley. What if they got word somehow that we've hit it?
Sure. A little bird flew down and told them. So they came running right back here so as they could dig up all our pretty gold. Right in the driving rain.
You may think it's funny, but I don't. And from now on, we're keeping a guard here at the cabin while we're up at the mine. We got to.
All right, Taylor. Then you stand guard. Tommy and me will work the mine. Or maybe that'd worry you, too. You'd be wondering if we were losing some of it before we got here. Now, ease up, Taylor. Stop worrying. The richest dust in creation is no blame good if you kill yourself getting it. Now, go on, get some sleep. I'm going to.
Go get what you put in that saddlebag. For days you've been watching us, but you didn't fool me. I knew you were out there. You heard what I said. Move! Go on. Go get what you put in there.
Taylor, what's going on here?
You keep out of this, Jonathan. I know what I'm doing. Whether you get it or don't you?
You crazy fool, I ought to lay you low.
Make him show you what he put in that saddlebag.
I took something from there for this house.
He's lying. Look for yourself.
No, Taylor. You look.
But he was inside, searching around, snooping.
For food. I would have prepared the table in the presence of my friends.
This is Pilot Pete, Taylor. You'd been longer in these hills, you'd never have made that mistake. Don't make it again. Come on, Pete. Let's see about that supper.
You a regular parson, Mr. Pete?
Regular? No, son. Reckon I'm as irregular as they come. Gotta have roots to be a regular parson. Me, I ain't got the roots of a tumbleweed. Two things I love above all else. The Lord's mountains and the Lord's sinners. So I spend my time in one looking for the other. And I sure find them. Here, lady.
You better leave Shep alone. She never makes up to strangers.
She don't? Here, lady. Here, lady. Well, you got it wrong, Brother Taylor. Thou sawest the beast that was and is not. Revelation 17:8. Well, there's plenty of love in this dog for them that loves her. Ain't there, Shep? Or maybe she just likes my stew.
Pete, this is from all of us.
Well, in his name, I thank you, Jonathan, Tommy, Mr. Taylor, and you too, Lady Fair. The Lord be with you in all your labors. Lay not up for yourselves treasures on earth, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven. Matthew 6:19. Get up, Gabriel.
Bye, Mr. Pete.
Goodbye, Pete.
Goodbye. Work for the night is coming. Work through the morning hours. Work while the dew is sparkling.
Tommy, you go down to work. I'll be along.
Well, you gave him dust. That's a dead giveaway we struck pay dirt. The old fool talks.
He won't. Pete knows the law of these hills, Taylor, and he lives by it. You could try doing the same. And until you do, I'm taking that gun.
I keep my own gun.
You're edgy, Taylor. And getting worse every time more gold goes under that floor. It ain't just being scared someone will steal it, neither. It's having to split it with Martha and me.
You're crazy.
Only a quarter, you keep thinking to yourself. I only get a quarter of it. And Jonathan gets half. That keeps eating at you, Taylor. I've been watching you, and I know. That's why I'm taking that gun. No, you won't do that. There's two reasons why you won't shoot me, Taylor. The first, you won't find that vein without me. And the other is just a hunch that you haven't got the guts. Good girl. Tommy, I want you to take this to your mom. Tell her I said for her to file it right away. It's a description of the claim, made out in all our names, hers, Taylor's, and mine.
Is there anything wrong, Jonathan?
Oh, this is just in case someone gets the bright idea of filing only in their own name.
Oh, Mr. Taylor.
But remember, whatever happens, not a word to anyone about my darling. Even your ma. Promise? Now, come on. Hightail it. Hurry up. Tell your ma not to worry.
I will. Bye, Jonathan.
Shep? Where are you? Shep, what is this? What ails you? You know between us, we gotta take care of that boy. He don't know these trails like we do. Oh, it ain't for good this time. You're coming back.
Now go on, get.
Jonathan! Jonathan! Where are they going?
I sent Tommy home. The kid's getting lonesome for his mom. What's all the excitement?
Jonathan, that vein we've been looking for. If it was up there, what would it look like?
Well,
No, I'll tell you. The sheer face of the cliff. White quartz, the whitest you ever saw. And in it, jagged like lightning, a vein of pure gold. Gold, Jonathan, that wide. It's up there. So help me, I found it. It's up there waiting for us.
Where?
At the head of the canyon, way up.
Well, let's go.
We're sure right about the mountain goats.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It's a ledge just beyond.
Let's go.
Well, where is it? It's down over the ledge. I haven't the guts. Remember, Jonathan? Hello, Shep. Here, Shep, come here! What's the matter with you? Shep. Where have you been all day? Looking for Jonathan? I'm afraid he won't be back, Shep. That doesn't mean you and I can't be friends. How about it? Better be my way, Shep. I'd rather not have anything happen to you. Might make things harder for me to explain. Get away from there! Get away, I tell you! I said get away from there. Get away or you get what he got. Hungry, huh? I figured that'd bring you around. And I got something all ready for you. Not hungry enough yet, huh? You will be. This what you want? So that's the way it is, huh? Here. or get out of here. Get out. And remember, you asked for it.
Yakuik Mamalu, and Sakas Kum Yakukup and Chop Chop. Hiya!
Old eagle in town. Find quick. Maybe he saved dog.
Insakananet Oko Kumok, Haya 6, Mamok Chaka Kopamaika.
Iskabiakatai. Tadwa iskam kabiakatai. Dipso, kam stick. Wikrele yak memlos, pajaka hilunanas yakatai. Ayak! 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 Basush Ilhe.
Please, Mr. Bald Eagle. Isn't there anything else you can do? Shep girl. Gee, Mr. Bald Eagle, you're wonderful. Thanks, Marty.
Mama Klatwakova Maika house, Big Lily Yakadosh.
We take her your house. Be soon well.
Don't you worry, Shep. I'm gonna find out about that poison. Nothing's gonna stop me till I do.
These hills ain't bad while the weather holds. But always remember, one good storm could start a slide that would cover the gold forever.
Jonathan?
Tommy, what are you doing here?
Where's Jonathan?
He's gone. He's been gone for 3 days.
Where?
I don't know. Over towards Blue Mountain somewhere. He thought he might pick us up a deer for meat through the winter.
But I heard his whistle.
You couldn't have.
Shep must have too if she was barking.
When did you see Shep?
The Indian kids found her. She was almost dead. From poison.
But she's all right now?
Yeah, But I knew Jonathan would want to know, so I brought her back. Mr. Taylor, are you sure he's not here? I know I heard.
I told you, Tommy, he's not here.
Shep! 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 Here, Shep! Why don't she come in? I know she's out there.
Don't worry about it, Tommy. You're tired and upset. Good night's sleep, and you start home in the morning. Sit down now and rest. I'll fix you some supper.
I'd better unsaddle my horse, Mr. Taylor. I'll be right back.
All right, Tommy.
Shep, what is it? What is it, Shep? Jonathan. Shep, be quiet. Shh. It is. It's Jonathan.
Tommy? Tommy! Tommy! Tommy, you out here? Tommy! Tommy, is that you?
Let me go!
Where'd you get it?
Shep found it's Jonathan's. You lied. He isn't away. He's dead. You killed him. He's buried over there, and you killed him.
Shut up. You hear me? Shut up!
No, I won't. You killed him, and I'll tell everybody.
You're wrong, Tommy. You're not gonna tell anybody that.
Shep!
Shut up, you!
Help, Shep!
I said shut up! Tommy!
Come on, Apache! Jump it! Please, Apache, you've got to jump! You've got to, boy! You've got to!
Tommy, come back here! Come back! You little fool out of... Tommy, Drink it. You're all right now. Here. Drink, Tommy. Drink it. That's right. That's fine, boy.
Get away from me. Leave me alone.
Listen, son, you've got to listen to me. There's nothing to be afraid of. You're here, perfectly safe, and I brought you here. Now listen. You've been scared, Tommy. I know that. And it's my fault. But that's because I was scared too. So scared that I almost lost my head. A man can be scared too, Tommy. Even of a kid like you. Especially if the kid gets the wrong idea in his head. And you've got the wrong idea, son.
You lied. You said he was hunting.
Yes. Yes, I lied. You know why? Because I knew you loved Jonathan, Tommy. Almost as much as your own father. So I didn't know how to tell you just like that. Jonathan, his dad's son. He was working up in the canyon and he fell. It was an accident. 2 days ago, I found his body and, well, I buried it where you saw. I was coming in tomorrow to tell you more.
Shep. Where's Shep?
Shep's all right. I saw her outside a while ago. Shep was like you, son. She got the wrong idea, too. So, let's both of us forget about what happened tonight. Shall we?
I guess so.
Sure we will. Now you get some sleep, and you'll be fine in the morning. Just sleep, son, and forget the whole thing.
Oh, Jonathan! Hello! Hello there!
Tommy, wake up. We've got company, son. And don't forget what we talked about last night. About the accident to Jonathan. Better let me do all the explaining. All right?
Hey, Jonathan! Hi, Mr. Taylor. Mel Steiner and Carl Crane. This runaway come into their camp over in Oak Flats last night, and I thought I remembered he was yours. They was breaking camp for winter anyway, so on the way into town, figured we'd cut across the ridge and fetch him back. Why, hello there, Tommy boy.
Hi, Mr. Pete. Gee, I'm sure glad to see you.
We both are, Pete. Mighty glad. And thanks for bringing the horse back.
Sure. Where's Jonathan?
It's a good thing you men came along. Come inside. I'm afraid I got some bad news for you.
And in thy heavenly kingdom, Lord, let him find peace. That peace which passeth understanding. Let the gold he sought on earth be his in heaven, the pure and shining gold of thy holy grace. We ask it, Lord, in his name. Amen. Come along, Tommy.
Come on, Shep.
Thanks, Pete. And I'll count on you to explain everything in town.
That I will.
As long as you can take Tommy and the dog back for me, I'll probably stay on up here till spring. For everyone's sake, I'd like to prove Jonathan was right. You see, he was sure there was real pay dirt here. So far, we've never found it. And Pete, do all you can to help Tommy, will you? You know, kids sometimes imagine all sorts of things, and Jonathan's accident hit the boy pretty hard. I'm sure you understand.
I do indeed, Mr. Taylor.
Petey is lying. Don't believe him. Please don't believe him. It wasn't an accident. Jonathan didn't fall. He killed him. I know he did. Petey's lying. He's lying about everything.
Tommy. Why, the boy's hysterical.
He hated Jonathan, and he killed him. And last night when I found out, he tried to kill me, too. He's lying, Pete.
Tommy, listen to me. You say I wanted to kill you? Where did you sleep last night? Who picked you up when your horse threw you and carried you to the cabin? Why, Tommy, you slept 6 feet from me the whole night through, safe and well. Does that sound like I wanted to hurt you? Answer me.
Pete, don't believe him. He did do it. Shep knows, too. That's why I tried to poison her. You don't believe me. He said the claim didn't pay out, but it did. There's bags full of gold in that cabin. 12 of them.
If that's true, guess you can show us, son.
I will. Come on. There was more. A lot more. He's done something with the rest.
You better take these back to Martha. I was holding this hoping that I'd have a bigger haul by spring.
There is more now. A lot more. Mr. Crane, can't you see he's lying? Mr. Steiner, don't believe him. Please don't believe him.
Guess we'd better be going.
Please, Mr. Pete.
Come along, son.
Come on, Shep.
Lady, come on. Come on. Lady, come on. Come on.
I swear it was an accident. No. I didn't do it. No, Shep. No. Don't do it. Don't do it, please. I didn't mean it. I swear it. Please, Shep. Please. Please. No. I didn't mean it.
She's lost, Pete. We'll never find her.
We'll keep trying, son.
Shep, what's wrong? It's all right, Shep. I'm sure it is.
That's a different horse.
Is that a different paint?
Yeah, that's a different paint.
Which one's this?
I don't know what his name was. We didn't have him very long.
Oh, okay.
He was my own personal horse.
Right.
And Papu, the one that I had in
Painted Hills.
Painted Hills, that was my own personal
Well,
horse.
that's what I thought.
But all the Red Rider ones, I did two, I think, with my own personal horse. But the first two, I think, was a studio horse. And I had forgotten, I watched one of them the other day, and I had forgotten how I got on a horse bareback.
Now, I saw you lift yourself up and like just swing over on one, but what are you talking about?
I learned to jump up and put my feet on their knee like a rope.
Oh, okay.
And then push myself
Then push
up
yourself up.
and got on.
I don't think I caught that you were grabbing your...
It's in one of the first two movies because we used the studio horse for two and then we used my horse for the second two.
Let's talk about Red Rider.
Okay.
Okay. Now, fame and things can be very fleeting. Okay, now, but Red Ryder is actually one of the oldest things in America that's still very identifiable. Everybody knows what a Red Ryder BB gun is, and that may not have a clue who the character is.
Yeah, that's right.
But Red Ryder was in tons of newspapers. He was a syndicated comic strip by Fred Harmon.
Over 500 newspapers.
Yeah, I mean that's huge. That's a big deal, and created by Fred Harmon. And
Walt Disney was his partner at one time.
I knew that. And their business they had together went kerplunk, and they both went their separate ways, and both became very famous men in their times. And of course, Disney, still lots of fame there, but Fred Harmon was a very famous man in his time. But today, the most popular movies these days, right now, are like these superhero movies. You know, Batman, Superman, you know, Iron Man, things like that. But back when you became Little Beaver for the Red Ryder movies, I mean, that was it. That was the action hero. That was the superhero. You had people like Roy Rogers and Gene Autry, and Red Ryder was a big deal.
Yeah.
And so that I really think, from what I know, that would be very equivalent to being cast as in a superhero part today.
Oh, yeah.
So what was it like being cast? And that's an important part. What was it like being cast as Little Beaver?
It just didn't dawn on me that it was that important. It was just another job to me. And then I didn't think about it, didn't even worry about it.
Yeah, but okay, you didn't think about it, you didn't worry about it, but it had to have affected your day-to-day life.
Well, yeah, in a way, because I did a lot of rodeoing stuff. And that helped me get jobs and everything because I was still Little Beaver at the time. And so people would hire me, and of course I didn't work cheap. And so they would pay the extra money because I was Little Beaver.
Well, I imagine that brought, I bet that brought a lot of people to that rodeo, wherever you're performing.
That's right. So and they knew it and we knew it.
Did you, were you,
when you were... I say they knew it. They knew it and my dad knew it.
Right.
I didn't pay any attention.
Yeah, your dad was your manager.
Yeah.
So did you sign lots of autographs and things when you were at those?
I signed autographs one time in San Diego for 4.5 hours.
How old were you?
13.
13. 4.5 hours.
And when I got through, I couldn't open my fingers up. The pencil I was using, and I couldn't get it open.
Wow.
And I'll think of his name, Monty Hale.
Monty Hale, okay.
He said, "That's enough," and he came in and picked me up and carried me over his head out of the gang of people that was still there after 4.5 hours. There was probably another 100 people still there after 4.5 hours. And Monty Hale came in and picked me up, put me over his head, and walked out of the crowd and said, "That's enough."
He meant that they had worked you hard enough.
Yeah, because for 4.5 hours, all I did was sign my name. And,
goodness.
Anyway, that was the biggest crowd I ever had, and that was at the Coliseum in San Diego.